Hello again. This is Dr. Pam and Dr. Pam Obara Magaka. Today we are talking about a crisis, and specifically we are talking about crisis in childhood, meaning you did not have a good childhood. How do you get past not having a good childhood and changing it to your advantage? Childhood crisis means maybe you had an abusive childhood, maybe you grew poor, you didn't have anything, and you barely could eat, you barely could, do what normal children would do. Maybe you used to go to the garden, like me, go to the garden. We used to go to the garden very early in the morning. So there's so many ways your childhood could have been a problem. But how do you move forward from there to be somebody? Because you have to move past what happened to you. Not even childhood. A crisis could even happen as an adult. How do you move forward from your crisis and shine? Because even in the Bible, we know that challenges are there. You are going to get issues are going to happen in your life. Nobody has an even kill all the time. It's either you are in a problem, you just got out of a problem, you are in a problem, or you are heading to a problem. So that is what is called life. How do you survive during the crisis or after the crisis? The biggest thing that I've learned from teachers, from gurus of motivational speaking is that most successful people have had the worst childhood. Most successful people have had the worst childhood. So you are in good company. When you know that there are issues that are happening in your life, you're in good company. But learn from the past people who have gone through such crises. How have they triumphed after the crisis? Look at Viola Davis. Most of you know Viola Davis. She's an actress, Hollywood actress. She talks about a childhood where a mother used to be abused. She lived in objective poverty. There was no food, no nothing. She would get food from garbage cans and eat. She would steal for food. She would do anything for food. But guess what? She is paid billions of dollars in acting. One thing I learned from her is that you have to get a mentor. You have to get somebody you can look up to, because sometimes you don't have, when you are in that crisis, you don't have somebody to look up to. Just find, as I always say, find even in the internet, somebody you can follow. Like now you are following me, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share my link, share this video. It can save somebody's life, because your past should not depict your future. Use your past as a fuel for your future, so that you look back and say, you know what, this happened to me, but I'm here. That was me. I am here, and I'm here to serve you as a testimony. Let your past be a testimony to other people, to learn that they can overcome their past to become whatever they want to become. Ian Levin said, Oprah Winfrey, Tiven Haddish, Darren Hardy says the mother left. Sometimes it's the father who leave, sometimes the mothers leave. Darren Hardy says the mother left when he was 6 months old and left with the dad. The dad did not know how, the daddy was like 17 years old, did not know how to babysit. He just would sit him there and put milk in his mouth. And then he married a stepmother who he calls a monster, meaning that she was terrible. She mistreated. She was the child from another family, child from somewhere. But guess what? Darren Hardy is one of the best gurus who has made money in the real estate industry, in the speaking industry. That shows that your past has nothing to control your future. use it as a fuel, and keep it moving. Dr. Miles Monroe, one of my favorite guys, says from the Bahamas, he died a few years ago. He said, I listened to his tapes over and over and over. He says in his tapes, he says that a crisis is an opportunity. Where there's a crisis is an opportunity. He says that according to the Chinese proverbs, a crisis is an opportunity. Where there's a, can you imagine? We are in COVID-19 as I am writing. This is COVID-19 season. Do you know there are people who have used this COVID-19 season as an opportunity and they're making billions of money? Yes, there are people, there are companies who are making masks. The people who immediately saw the crisis and started overproducing masks. Do you know one mask can go up to $10? One mask, $10. There is somebody who is making money out of this crisis of COVID-19. So a crisis can be an opportunity to some people. What is so important is, what is your reaction to the crisis? How are you reacting to the crisis? Is it making you a better person, or is it making you a worse person? There are people who are stuck in their crisis. They would say, oh, he did for me this. Wherever they are going, they are remembering, especially in relationships where there's divorce, where there's separation, or where there's a woman left a man left a woman, or a husband left a wife. That is the hardest thing. When divorce happens, it's like somebody died, but they are still living. There are people who are stuck there. They do not want to move. The truth is that learn from that crisis that happened. What did God want? Because before you were born, God knew that this was going to happen. So instead of being stuck in your past, use it. Say, I was married, but now I'm not. What can I learn from there? What can I learn from the past marriage? What is it? What did God want me to learn from there? What did God want me to learn from my childhood? I wasn't born in a rich family. I was born poor too. But I'm here. I'm making this video for you because I used my past to fuel my future. So use it. Use it for your own benefit. Also, Oprah Winfrey says still, when you have a crisis, don't worry. Think, what is your next good move? One good move. Don't worry about the whole thing. One good move. What is it? What is it? That one good move you're going to make. And then another good move. And then another good move. Before you know it, you have moved further away from the crisis. So a crisis should not make you be stuck right there. You should use it for your own good, for your own benefit. Learn from it. Ask yourself, what is the lesson that I'm learning from this crisis that I can share to the world? Because the world needs you to share your problem, your crisis, so that they can learn. Young people are waiting for you to tell them, this I went through, the same like you are going through. But this, I survived. But this made me be strong. This made me be where I am. So every crisis, every lesson, every bad thing that happens in your life has something for you to learn from it. Once you know that, you are good to go. Because nobody, and I keep saying, nobody is perfect. Nobody learns. Nobody is learning alone. You learn from your mistakes and move on. So what do? Hit a reset button. Sometimes pull back. And when you pull back, ask yourself, just go to a quiet place and listen. Listen for that voice inside you. Ask yourself, what is it that I'm going to do next from this crisis? What can I do? Pray. There's nothing wrong. Pray. Those of you who can do fasting, fast. Because sometimes when you come to yourself and relax and rejuvenate, you will see this thing from a different point of view. So chill, relax. So the difference between winners and losers is that they're your reaction. What is your reaction to the crisis? How are you going to react? Are you just going to let it ruin you, or are you going to let it, are you going to use it to benefit you, to make you better, to make you a better person, to take you to the next level? That is a lesson you have to learn. Any crisis is there to take you to a better place. Any crisis is there to take you to your highest of highest opportunity that is waiting for you. So a crisis should not be something that should kill you. A crisis should rejuvenate you. But take time. Take time. If you are going through a divorce, going through a crisis, take time. Reinvent yourself. Rejuvenate yourself. So that when you go out there, you're going a changed person. You're going through, remember when they are making gold, it goes through a lot of process, burning, and in that process turned to something to beautiful thing. And that's why people like gold, because it has gone through a lot of things for it to become what it is. So even you in your life, you go through so much. Personally, Dr. Pam, I go through a lot. But I still come here, I still do the videos. Sometimes I don't feel like doing it, but I do it. I go through crisis too, all the time. So that doesn't mean successful people don't go through crisis. Successful people go through crisis too. They have problems too. They suffer too. But your reaction to your problem is what makes the difference. So share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Dr. Pam Obare. Share with your friends. Know that you're not alone. Know that a crisis is for a short time. Know that there's going to be tomorrow. Know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Know that there's a rainbow in the crowd when you feel down, when you feel like things are not working for you, when you feel that everything is turning against you, when you feel like your past is something that you should be ashamed of. Never be ashamed of your past. Never allow anybody to take you to your past. Live for the now. Live for the now. And the future will be bright. Thank you, Dr. Pam. Thank you. Be blessed.